Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to show you how to use Zoom. So before you start a conference, please don't forget to go to the Zoom support page, and here you will have to turn on the breakout rooms because this is very important. Without this you will not be able to put your participants, to put your students into different breakout rooms. So to start a conference, you should open the Zoom app and click here, New Conference. So now you can see me. Hello everyone. Yeah, so you have to enter with the sound of your computer. You can also click here so that it becomes automatic. Okay, now we have started our conference. Let's see what we have here. So first of all, you can turn off your sound. This is the first button here. You can turn off your video. This is the second button. Here you have security, block conference, turn on the waiting room, and allow participants to show their screen, to use chat, to rename themselves, and to turn sound with themselves. Okay. Now you have the participants here. As you can see here, it is only me. But here you will see all the list of participants which you need. I don't know what is it. Okay, all the list of the participants which you have. You can invite a person. You can copy a link to this invite. You can just use the number and the password. Okay, this is what you can do. You can turn off all the sound. And what I use every time I start a Zoom conference is clicking on these three small dots here. Turn off the sound when the participants are joining. Allow participants to turn on their sound. Allow participants to rename themselves. This one is very important, to make a signal every time a person joins your meeting. This is important for me because when there are many people joining or when somebody is late, I can already start my lesson and hear the sound that somebody joined and look at the participants and admit them. Okay, here I have turned on the waiting room, and you can block the conference, but you basically don't want to do that. Okay, then you have the chat. So if you click two participants the second time, they go away. Then you have the chat here. In the chat, you just type what you want. The most important is here. So here are all the participants. If you click on it, you can choose personal, some participant, one or two, however you want. No, I don't think that you can choose two participants. You can choose only one participant. And if you need to send something to one student out of several you have in the conference, you just choose his or her name and send the message there. It is very important when you are using, for example, Google Docs, different Google Docs for different students for some task. I always use this button to do it. Okay, again, you click on the chat the second time and it goes away. You have the share screen option here. You can share all the screen. You can share just some part of your screen. And what is important here, you have the usage of the sound. You must click here. You must put this tick here if you want to show a video or if you want your students to listen to some audio, because otherwise they will not hear anything. There are some wider settings and there are some files which you can share. Okay, so then you click this usage and you see this is our main screen. You should click stop demonstrating so that it stops demonstrating the screen. Here you can record this lesson or the meeting anyway. You can record the meeting to the laptop or to the computer or into a cloud. I'm not sure how the cloud works because I never use it. I always record everything to this computer. Here are the breakout rooms, and the breakout rooms are very interesting. So you click here. You can choose how many breakout rooms you want, 2, 3, 4, whatever. Okay, and you can put the participants automatically or manually. I usually choose manually. I click create the rooms, And here you can name the participants who will go to the first breakout room, to the second breakout room. You can also rename the breakout room or delete the breakout room. Okay. After you start the breakout rooms, you have different parameters for that. So, for example, I have maximum 30 minutes to use the breakout room. I didn't tick it because I don't basically need it. And when you click stop all the breakout rooms, so when you see that your students have finalized the task or are close to end, you close all the breakout rooms and the students have 60 seconds, here it is 60 seconds, to leave the breakout room to wrap up their conversation and go. You can choose 10, 15, 30 or 120, it doesn't matter. Okay, and so here are the settings, some other settings. These are very important for you to have a successful lesson or to have a successful meeting. The last but not least are reactions here. It is a very funny feature of this program. So if you click here, you have a waving hand. You see it's here, a waving hand, or you can have thumbs up. So, for example, you can ask your students if when they finish the task, please wave your hand. Some students don't know about this feature and they start waving your hand in the video. While you are not looking, you don't see it, but you definitely will pay some attention to the yellow sign which appears near the student's face. So you should explain to them that this is a reaction, here is where you can find it, etc., etc. So basically, that's all about Zoom. I hope that this was of some use for you, and I hope that this video helps you in your future career. Thank you. See you soon. Bye.